Okay. So, the reason that I'm streaming this is because I've ran out of hard drive space to record this level anymore. I've already put 3 hours into this level. So you're going to get a bit of a spoiler here for the actual Dev Relic video. And you're going to see my current time. 33:89 is the best I've managed to achieve. So close, yet so far. About 60 gigabytes of my hard drive is just Cortex Power right now. And so I thought, you know what, let's stream it to YouTube. Otherwise, I'm going to have to basically wrap up Cortex Power early just so I can get the video done. I might not get this level done. I've kind of put a spoiler in the Discord that if I can't beat this level legitimately, I'm going to uncap my frames and defeat it by cheating. And then in the future, I might come back and actually try and do the level legitimately again. So, yep, that's the plan. This is not going to make for entertaining viewing, by the way, because this level, like, it's hell on earth, basically. Some people don't even think that the time of 1 second typo is even correct. Some people think that the Cortex Power dev time may well be 2 or 3 seconds higher than it should be, because when you compare how the devs perform on every other level, Cortex Power is the only one that pushes the game beyond the console capacity, basically. So, you can't get this on the first cycle. You have to restart after starting the level. And then you have to kind of try and count to like 8 in your head, well, 7 in your head, I should say. Which is easier said than done. It's actually a lot harder than you think to count consistently to yourself 7 seconds. You think you've counted 7 like 50 times in a row, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you're just completely off. Oh, missed the 1 crate. Let me show you the cycle I was doing earlier, just so you can see what cycle I was on. This is probably wrong. I'll need to count it properly. Oh, lag. Had a bit of a lag spike then. Hopefully that goes away. But yeah, so what I was doing originally was I was... need to restart again. This is how annoying the level is. I need to count to 1, 2, 3, and then I jump, and that should start me on the cycle that I got the time on earlier. Nope, too fast. 1, 2, 3, jump. Okay, let's try that. So this is not Abdul's cycle. This is the cycle that I got the best time that I've got so far on. And yeah, you're right, Lewis. This is the most annoying shit ever. It's just reset hell as well. Oh, no, too slow. That platform needs to be, like, in the right spot. I'm gonna keep going with my current, like, cycle, and then I'll try Abdul's, like, a little bit later. Once I realize that this is impossible. You have to, like, literally jump on the clock at the right moment, otherwise you're going to get electrocuted like that. 1269, that's the best split I've ever got on that particular crate is 1251. World record gets there at like 1170 something, I believe. And yeah, Lewis, I just got done watching your Road to Nowhere. Good stuff. I don't know if you beat my time or not because I didn't check, but that's something for me to check after the stream. I just explained to everyone else I'm only streaming this level because I'm legit out of hard drive space, so that I can't record this level anymore. That's bad. You don't want to be jumping out the way that far. You lose so much time. You manage a 1231, you're on pace. Yeah, I've never ever got a 1231. And that's the thing, is like with the lab, like I was trying to, I couldn't really articulate what I meant very well in the Discord, but with the lab, like I just knew that the cycle I was on was like a sub 30 potential cycle. With Cortex Power, I've not even like seen a run where I'm like, oh, this could have been the one if I'd have just done it better. It's not happened a single time. Even the one with my best time on, it's just not even close. Damn, that's a lot of footage. Yeah, it's 3 hours of footage, dude. Which adds up to like between 50 and 60 gigabytes. I could record on lower like quality, I guess, but I don't want to mess with the settings because then it means I have to remember to sort of like put the settings back to normal. I just want to do one run through on the cycle that I'm used to, and once I've like shown what kind of time you're looking at, that's when I'll try Abdul's cycle. Shit. You're managing a 4-second head time right now. Whenever you want to do 8, go for it, lol. Yeah, like I said, I want to complete a single run on the cycle I know. This is not a cycle I know because I waited a weird amount of time at the start. But, yeah. Then I'll try it. Like, this is that was a terrible time there. You see 13. If you're on 13, you're way off. But yeah, just the simple thing, I was like trying to explain to Lewis how long you have to wait at the start. But the truth is, it's really hard for me to quantify how long I wait because I kind of just count to 4 in my head, and sometimes it's the same 4 that I need, and sometimes it's not. Oh, you see that? The electric's glitched out. It does that sometimes. Like, the electric on the start just goes to a completely different cycle. Where it's like left... both of them are on like the left pylon at the exact same time. Okay, we finally made it through that cycle. This is only our second run getting this far. Ah, just about missed out. I'll try and respond to comments after attempts, but like, because I have to count at the start of each new attempt, it's not as easy as just like checking the comments whenever I feel like it this time around. 1269, again, we're about 10 milliseconds off our best, and that was slow. You don't want to waste time on that. Oh, shit. Oh. Can you get triple Aku? No, you can't. This has 2 Akus only. And some runs you never even end up using the Akus. Other runs you end up using both of the Akus. But from my experience, like, I know Minamarina managed to get away with using 2 Akus and it worked out for him. Like, for me, whenever I've used both Akus, I'm always much too slow. Go, 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 go. Rah! Oh, you son of a bloody Roger. That guy, if possible, like, I've had a really lucky run, like, once, where, like, it could have actually beat the dev. Like, I know what I said earlier, but this one could have beat the dev, but I don't count it because I landed on that spinning enemy, and I didn't take damage. And so I kind of just, like, ran straight off him, and it saved me quite a bit of time. But, like, you can't count that because that's entirely luck-based on if that guy's going to do that or not. You can't predict something that shouldn't be happening. Oh, we nearly made it then. Always jump left of that bot. Which bot are you talking about? Sorry. There's a lot of those guys. You talking about this guy? It's like world record goes to the right of him, I'm pretty sure. Shit. I'll catch up on your comments on the next attempt. I'll just like pause the video. Well, not pause the video, pause the game. Oh, frick off. That's the worst freaking thing that can happen. Actually, you can beat him going right, the jump after platform, lol. Also, hey, Michael. Okay, alright. Yes, hi, Alvin. I'm not doing that well because this level is terrible. Like, there's not that many people in the world that have beaten the dev on this particular level. There's probably like around 50 or so. Or at least 50 that I found. There's like a leaderboard of not that many people on it. So, you know, if I somehow by a miracle beat the dev, I'm going to be one of the few people that has. And even if this run goes smoothly, this is where Abdul's cycle probably is better than mine, is there's a ending. You're about to see it because I'm finally on a run. There's an ending here. This one there, if you're on like the right cycle, you barely make that. I know we've not made it, but I'm just showing you a time. 33.91 there. Oh, look at that. 2 33.91s. You'll need to do tighter turns at the start. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say to you earlier. Like, I've watched enough videos to know what the route is. I just, like, pulling it off's like another thing, though. It's kind of like nitro-fueled. You know, the thing that would stop me being good at nitro-fueled is the fact, like, you have to, like, take the perfect lines. And I'm just not very, like, good at doing lines. I'd be terrible at a cocaine party. I think I'm accidentally on the cycle that you get at the start of the level, which is gonna, yeah, you can't win on this cycle. It's like impossible, unfortunately. Although saying that, Wingnox does actually, he has the tied world record on this level on the starting cycle somehow. Yeah, I've seen some people skip the second Aku. For me, it's always been kind of just in the way, which is why I've always picked it up, but let's see. Will you do nitro field? I'm assuming you mean nitro fueled. I would love to, but I need to reinstall Yuzu. Because Rio Jinx runs nitro field like absolute ass. Unless someone here knows how to run Rio Jinx well. I can't get it to work well. Oh, man. 12:60, that's the fastest time we've got there on this particular stream. Like I said, I got a 12:54 earlier. That's the fastest I've ever been there. I hope when the game lags for me, it's also lagging the timer. Yeah, thanks, Abdul. I'll try Abdul cycle in a hot second. You have to like wait for a lot. The reason why I've been avoiding Abdul cycle is because you have to wait for 7 seconds. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's like a lot harder than you think to like time 7. It turns out that we're not very good at counting seconds. This is definitely not Abdul cycle. Oh, we nearly made it through then. That'd have been a pretty good start. Oh, shit. It ate my input there on the second spin. But yeah, like, I would love to do Abdul cycle, but it always, like, involves waiting so long at the start compared to the cycle that I'm used to. $12.65 is okay, not the best. Like Abdul says, like you kind of need to be a lower 12 than that to be within a shot. I wish that was the case. Unfortunately, no, it just ate the spin input. Like, I know one place I'm losing time is right at the start. The problem I have is, like, I don't know how those guys manage to get their diagonal running as, like, efficient as they do. Like, because I've watched their runs, I see exactly what they're doing, and they're almost, like, gliding in a perfect diagonal fashion. And, like, every time I try and copy that, like, my crash is just, like, spamming left and right, so he's not... He's not shitting. He's just not moving optimally. Well, Hog Ride has the hardest relic because it's impossible. This is the hardest relic that is possible. And it's only possible on PC. That's not what you want. I could really do with a visual cue so that I know when 7 seconds has happened. In fact, actually, Mini Marina does have a visual cue to show when 7 seconds has happened. I might adopt Mini Marina's strategy in a moment. So what Mini Marina does, so that he knows it's been 7 seconds, he runs to this door. And then goes. Like, as soon as he sees the electric, like... A bit before when I did, I was a little bit slow. Where he goes like here, and then he goes like, okay, goes to the right, and then goes to the left. He goes back, picks up the clock. Thing is, like, Mini Marina's strategy is really good, but I can't pull it off because there's one cycle coming up right now. Well, no, not that cycle, sorry. There is a cycle that comes up, though, that I just can't make. That one. I think it's this one, yeah. Like, every single time I do it, I get caught. Hey, there's a name I've not seen for a while. Snewop. Snewop, mate. Our first attempt in ages, and it's ended. It's ended before it began. Shh. Ah, we was over 34 anyway. Oh man, that was abysmal. You always think that the clock's a lot closer than it is. Oh my gosh. I might as well just go for my regular cycle because I'm not really seeing any difference. Like, I'm sure Abdul's cycle is much better than mine, but it also requires someone of Abdul's skill level to, like, do it. $12.65. Not bad. That's bad. Love to see a YouTuber that focuses on Crash. Quite a few of them. I've only been focusing on Crash, I'd say, for about the past year or so. Oh my gosh, how? How does Abdul get a low 12? I just, like, I don't physically feel like how I can do the movements any faster than I'm doing. Wah! Oh my gosh, salvaged. Salvaged. We're about to die though on this jump. Yeah, that jump is the worst in the entire level. That jump right there has cost me so many runs. And it's right at the end as well. So you, like, even if one day I'm finally on pace, then it's probably going to get ruined by that particular jump anyway. So I can never get too excited until I've made it past that. And then I'm like, okay, maybe this is onto something. It's a shame Abdul's got errands to run, actually, because I could really use with his coaching. I know he's given me some tips already, but what I need to know is which corners he's talking about putting down upon. Ah! There it goes. There she blows. Oh, you finally completed Crash 4. Congratulations. This would have been a Crash 4 stream, believe it or not. Like, I planned on, like, spending a couple of hours this morning on frickin' this level. and then streaming Crash 4 this evening, but this level actually is a lot harder than I gave it credit for. Like, I knew it was going to be challenging. I didn't expect it to be borderline impossible. Slow. Definitely slow. It's just like, this is not a fun relic because look at all the things that you need to go right just to even be within a shot. That's before you even factor in the movement. You need like all the freaking gates to just line up for you, and you need to move perfectly while you're doing it. And if you're a little bit faster on one run or a little bit slower on a different run, well then, good luck. You basically threw away whatever cycle you were planning on doing. Like, ideally, you don't want to get hit by that guy, because I think it is slow to get hit by any of these guys. And then most of your runs just die at the very beginning. Very beginning and very end. Those are the worst parts of this level. Like, the lab. Give me the lab any day of the week. I would gladly sink another 1,000 attempts into the lab. If I could. But obviously I don't need to. Oh, you see, this level's just fucking shit, man. Oh, this level's absolute shit. Well, the lab's actually fun, Pig. That's the difference. Like, the lab, once you've found a cycle, like, you know exactly what's going to happen. With this level, though, Junior, are you going to do Crash GBAs? Potentially. It was, like, believe it or not, I was going to do the GBA levels before Lewis did. But then when he started doing his series, I thought I'd wait a while. I didn't tell him I was going to do them, but, like, I had, like, planned in my mind to maybe move on to a GBA game to take a break. But then at the same time, I thought, all right, Lewis has just put out his GBA series right now. And then to top it off, I've still got to finish Crash 4. Right, Crash 4 is like my main priority and Dev Relics at the moment. Because if I start like too many series at the same time, then I'm just never going to finish Crash 4 at this rate. I've already been on Crash 4, what, like nearly a year at this point, I think. Just gradually like soldering through it. Why? Why'd you have to exist? Okay, hopefully we're on Abdul's cycle. Potentially, that looked like it was in the right spot. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for Abdul's cycle, you know if you're on... Oh, sorry, ate the input again. You know if you're on Abdul's cycle because the electric should just shoot across in front of you just as you reach it. That's how you know if you're on his cycle or not. Crash 4 was 10 months ago. Yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, we're nearly on a year, and I've still got seven levels, and also some flashback tapes as well. That's slow. You don't want to get electrocuted there. Bandicooted. Cooting. This is a terrible time. Even if I'd have made it through, then we'd have been at like 34. 6 levels. I think it's... Someone told me I've got 7 levels to do. The moving platform gives you a significant boost. If you are really good, you can spin the moving... You can spin onto the moving platform to save a little bit of time if you're really good. Like, again, that's a trick that Mini Marina's done. To get through it. Ah, there's Matty. I watched your run earlier, Matty. I was like watching like lots of different YouTubers' runs of this level, just trying to find some kind of like Hail Mary. And yeah, I realized very, very quickly after watching 5 different YouTubers do this, there is no Hail Mary. Just, you'll get it when you get it, or you won't ever get it. At this rate, it's gonna be never. And the like one of the low-key annoying things about this level is you have to basically non-stop jump. You can't just run through this level. You're just not fast enough. So it gives you like a little bit of a death grip controller hand by like an hour of practice. Yes, we're on Abdul's cycle. I can tell straight away because I watched this video about 12 times. But being on Abdul's cycle is only good if you can move like Abdul. That's what I was trying to say earlier. If you don't move like Abdul, his cycle doesn't mean shit. Because you'll be too slow for like a later cycle. Oh! That was onto something there. 3, 4, 5. Sorry, you'll have to hear me counting. It's the only way. We're a bit slow on Abdul's cycle that time. You need that electric going just about in front of you. Wrong cycle. We're still on the wrong cycle again. Try and improvise. Ooh. You see how cruel this level is, though? Like, this is how we know the dev is full of shit. Do you really think the dev did all of this? I don't think so. No way did the dev waste 4 hours of his life getting this time. He's full of shit. Imagine trying to go to cycles without the rotating clock. I'm not even counting the clock, I'm just counting in my head. Which is why it's like I'm not doing very well, because, you know, the human brain is not perfect at counting seconds, it turns out. One, 2, 6, 7. We're on the wrong cycle. Oh yeah, we're definitely on the wrong cycle. That electric was in a bizarre spot, which means that this platform coming up is going to be in the wrong spot as well. Yeah. The dev didn't get this time, Michael. It's a fallacy. The rumor is that the dev probably mistyped the time, or someone mistyped the dev's time. Given the way that the devs usually perform on levels, the popular opinion is that the dev probably got a 35 or a 36 on this level. Frick off, man. What's with the... Like, this game is just, like, absolutely ruining my inputs. At no point. I wouldn't even call this dev William P, because at least William P, we have evidence of the dev's time, so we know that William P at least was good at the video game. This dev was not good at the video game. He just... he's been immortalized as... nah, this guy's full of shit. Because when this game first came out, no one beat the dev time for a really long time. Like, in the first year, like, not quite a year, a little bit less than a year, but in the first, like, few months of this game's life cycle, people genuinely thought that the Cortex Power thing was impossible. It wasn't until it came out on PC, whenever it came out on PC, that people were like, oh, it is possible, but barely. Whereas every single other dev time is actually possible on console. Apart from Hog Ride, obviously, but who gives a fuck about Hog Ride? Just pretend that doesn't exist. You rubber Johnny. So yeah, believe it or not, like some people like in the community thought like the boulder levels were impossible to get dev relics on, but they're not. On console, they're completely possible to get dev relics on. All of them. It's just this level and Hog Ride that are completely impossible on console. Yes, they're a lot more challenging on console, but they're not impossible. But obviously the developer got their dev times on PC, so who knows, maybe the dev was running on uncapped frames for whatever reason when he set his time on this level. That's another possibility. I can guarantee that if I uncapped my frames, I would beat this time quickly. Well, not quickly, but like I would beat it within half an hour. Let's just say that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the deal with Hog Ride? Hog Ride is only possible to beat the dev on a accidental strat that you can pull off, and there's no way that you can plan for it. People have tried to plan for it. They spent hours and hours and hours trying to lab it. It's just something that can happen by accident. Basically, if you get if you get like knocked by one of the AI while doing the relic, so you have to actually start the relic with the AI. You can't like wait for the AI to finish. One of the AI can like bounce you off into like the wilderness kind of, and then Aku will just like teleport you to the end of the level. And that's like, it's only been like on YouTube like from 2 different people. So it's completely accidental. The people themselves like obviously posted it because they're like, oh, I've got an accidental world record because I've like accidentally had an exploit. If you want like another example of this, look at Wingnox's heavy machinery time. Wingnox's heavy machinery time, like it ends prematurely. Like I don't even understand how it works. I need to ask him at some point, but he only does the first layer, and he just has like an exploit happen where it ends the run early, so he gets a time of 17 seconds on heavy machinery. Maybe it's worth ignoring the first Aku. I'm not deliberately going for the first Aku, believe it or not. I'm usually just getting it by chance. Like if you spin that seal into it, it'll just like pick it up, I guess. We are on Abdul's cycle, but yeah, that was a little bit too slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how like pixel perfect Abdul's cycle needs to be. Oh, nearly got away with it. I'm going back to my old cycle because it just means I have to like wait less at the start, and like I'm not really seeing any success with Abdul's cycle anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's me getting the first Aku most of the time. It's just by mistake. That was slow. But yeah, one of the worst enemies of this level is like my inputs get eaten quite a lot when I'm doing the hops this frequently. Shit. But yeah, that's what happens if you're even a little bit too slow. Like, if you're a little bit too slow, you will always miss the connecting platform. You must be kind of like on the exact same pace every single time. Oh, this level shit. I wonder why they're not possible on console. They're not possible on console because of 30 frames versus 60 frames. The engine that they made Crash on, Alchemy, is not Unity like they made Crash 4 on. So the way Alchemy works, for whatever reason, is the code for Crash's movement speed is tied to frame rate. So if your frame rate is higher, you move faster, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, actually. I'm going to beat the dev with uncapped frames in a second, just to, like, show you the difference, or I'll try and beat him. Even with uncapped frames, this is not the easiest shit in the world, because it's going to require, what's the word? It's still going to require really good timing, because I'll be moving faster than what you're supposed to be moving at. Yeah, I've lost my mind, man. I've lost my hard drive space as well. This has taken up 60 gigabytes of my hard drive, which is why I'm streaming it. And yeah, this is good though, because this is just showcasing to a lot of people how impossible this dev relic is. You know, because when you're going for platinum, you can obviously afford to like wait for the occasional cycle and whatnot. With this one, you can't afford to wait at all. And you need to be jumping the whole freaking time. Like there, I should really do another hop if like I'm playing optimally. There as well, I should have done like an extra hop there. That's unfortunate. Oh. I'm playing on PC, Alvin. You can, like I said, you can get most of the dev relics on console, but you absolutely can't get this one on... Well, you can get this one on console, but it has, like, this really bizarre glitch setup. Yeah, Unreal, you know what I mean. Not Unity. They both begin with U, okay. $6.59, that's one of the fastest I've ever got that first box. This means it's going to be the run. No, it's not. Curse bullshit. You see what I mean? Like, that's an example. I was actually going faster than normal, and the game punishes you for going faster than normal. So when I watched a lot of the runs that actually got world record and things like that on this level, they cheese through a lot of the electric. Like, they just happen to get through some electric cycles that are just pixel perfect. That you know, okay, this guy's probably spent 1,000 attempts, and he's just finally looked out on a pixel perfect jump there. Oh, 1243. Let's fucking go. Never mind. I think I'm approaching 6 months. Yeah, well, glad to have you, Sander. It's been an absolute pleasure. No. 1 second more, we've been on Abdul's. Unity, I meant to say Unreal Engine, but Unity's a programming software. I played around with it a little bit. I made my own version of Snakes and Ladders using Unity. Back when I was actually trying to learn how to code properly, and then AI came out, I was like, oh, just ask AI to code me Snakes and Ladders. Ooh, 1258. That's not as fast, but it's still good. It's a lot faster than what we used to. And then those guys were in the way, which kind of sucks. Because if you look there, when you take damage, Crash does move a little bit slower. For until the invincibility frames wears off, he like slows down a little bit. And then that always gets me. All right, let's do it. Let's show off uncapping the frames, if I can remember how to do it. Let's see. I obviously won't count this as the official dev time. I'm just trying to show it off if I can get it to work. All right, step 1. Go to game options. Okay, we're in game options. Is it system options? Graphics, that's it. Is it windowed full screen or windowed? I think it's windowed full screen. Okay, yeah. Step 2, mess with my monitor settings until it works. See if it works. Fly. This will break my computer for a minute. Okay, now to check if it's worked. No. Yes, it has. We are now on uncapped frames. You'll see like the level like move a little bit differently now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still need to be on like a right cycle, so this is not like an instant win or anything like that. See that? I'm on 794. Like I'm usually getting 8s there. 1209. Oh wow, what a pro. Like you've never seen me get a 1209 there before, and you never will again. Ideally, I just want to like get a dev beating time just for fun, and I'll put it back to 60 again. Kevin E. Kevin E is a freaking dirty liar. Oh, wrong cycle. Higher frame rates does make you faster. I've already evidenced it by how much quicker I was getting to the very first thing. I'm playing on 120 FPS at the moment because that's what my monitor supports. If you have a monitor that supports higher than that, guess what? Crash will move even faster for you. So if you wanted an uncapped world record on this level, you would get the fastest monitor that you can get, and then you would play the game again. But like even the way Crash moves is like way smoother. See if we can still beat it, even if that's shit. You see what I mean? I'm at a 25, even though I'm on a much slower cycle. So there you go. I usually reach 25 there on a good cycle on 60. But yeah, the only thing that's hard about even using uncapped frames is that it does mean that the cycles that I've been used to on the 3 hours that I've been playing don't work anymore because you're moving faster. So the cycles are just obviously going to be different as well. But yeah, there we are. We're at a 2407. Usually I'm at a 25 at this point. That's a shame. Can we still somehow make it? Probably not. Nearly. See, that would have that was that close to actually achieving it. But yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to experience Crash in uncapped frames, you should give it a go at some point. Not to cheat Relic times or anything like that. It's just like you will feel that Crash feels less heavy. He actually feels like really fluid. That 77.75 I just got, that was like, that would be the equivalent of world record pace on 60. Frig off, man. I know I stopped being a console gamer like a really long time ago because PC just has like more games and like I can get massive discounts in Asia on Steam, whereas you know console games in Asia they're still the same price as they would be in the US. So like often like I can get brand new games for like $30 over here. $33.70. So as you're about to see, that's even though I made a mistake at the end there and got caught, I still beat my best ever 60 frames per second time. So we're gonna beat this asshole by cheating once, then I'm going back to 60. Because it won't count otherwise anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7. Matt's PC can't run NST. And I just don't have one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I spent about £2,000 on my PC. And for me, it's just like an investment for like 7 years. So the one advantage consoles have is that they just work, whereas PCs can break over like dumb shit. So if you're like, you know, not into the hassle of like dealing with occasional like breakages, then yeah, consoles are just always going to be better for you. Oh my gosh. Even on uncapped frames, I get caught by that final cycle every freaking time. I would have beaten it, Alvin, yeah, but it does, like, no one will take the time seriously if I've cheated to get it. I'm just doing this for, like, enjoyment, I guess. Because, like, everybody... It's one of those weird situations where no one will take my time seriously by doing it this way. But at the same time, everyone knows that the dev did not get the time legitimately. It's a bit of a catch-22. But yeah, like, seriously, Crash just moves so damn beautifully. It's impossible to get through that cycle, isn't it? It's absolutely impossible to get through that cycle. Sorry, I'll read your comment in a minute. The person who's just giving me a tip. But also, like, it may not come across on your guys' screens, but like Crash just like jumps further as well on uncapped frames. He just moves. Not only does he run faster, but he actually jumps further. Oh no! Oh well, we usually take damage on the next one anyway. We might still make it. 30. Oh no, we're way slower. 3401. Okay, is it faster to wait for that cycle at that one point rather than getting hit and waiting for the animation? Well, ideally you don't want to get hit at all. With my skill level, people would tell, Matty. People would absolutely tell. They'd be like, huh. He's doing everything unoptimally and he still somehow found a way to win. And trust me, if I've learned anything from Cold Jobs, once you're outed as a cheater, that's the end of your YouTube career. So I'd rather admit to the world that I cannot beat the dev on a level than pretend that an uncapped run is a legit run. Think of the integrity. Because who knows, maybe this is the first time Toony SA gets asked the question, can you beat blah 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 time? And I have to admit to the world that no, I can't. Oh my gosh, we actually made it over. Here we go, this is the one. Fuck you, Dev. What a ledge. Oh my gosh, he did it without cheating. What a G. Ignore everything I just said in the last 1 minute. It was a completely legit time. Don't celebrate. It was a fake time. I cheated. Don't celebrate. I don't deserve it. Alright, now to put the time back to 60 FPS, unfortunately. We've had our fun. Time to time to go back to reality. Okay, I need to get rid of 60 FPS. No, it's not generator room. I need to go back to 60 frames per second. Let me just confirm with my emulator that it has gone back. Not emulator, that's the wrong word. GeForce, that's where I need to confirm with. Yeah, 60. Okay, and then I need to do Alt-R. Oh no, it's still showing. Why are you still showing? Oh, I need to click apply, that's why. Reverting, yes. Okay, now we are back to 60 frames per second. Yeah, someone screenshot this and just send it to Mini. Wait, you increased the FPS? Yes, Abdul, of course I increased the FPS. You think I'm that good? Getting a 32, not just beating the dev, but getting a 32. I'm not going to try this time forever. Like I said, it'll get to the point where... It'll get to the point where I just have to either... Well, here's where I said to Wumpa Lewis, I intend to put in like a little bit more time into trying to beat Cortex Power, but like it's gonna get to the point where I have to say I'm gonna have to say goodbye to the level, otherwise I'm never gonna produce another video again. Oh no, that run was actually going quite well. What a shame. I feel so bad that Abdul was like so proud of me for that time, only to realize that I'm a big fat phony. I could feel the disappointment through the screen. Hey, this guy's a phony. A big fat phony. I've had two pretty good runs in a row there. I've just like died really stupidly. They were both onto something. That's a 798 there. That's pretty good. 1246. I'm gonna need to screenshot my frames just so I can show you them all. I'm back on 60 frames. Just so people believe it. Let me just open my print screen. Light shot. I'm posting this in the Discord so you can all see I'm playing on 60 frames again. Some of the frames apparently are 53, so I'm actually running below frames. I wonder if that's because I'm like doing things. Wait a second. Where's my... okay, I'm going to post it in Relic discussion so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Just look in the top right, you'll see my NVIDIA frame showing 60 frames. But sadly, apparently I'm getting 53 frames every now and again. Maybe that has something to do with my... I'm not beating the dev. Oh, balls. Eat an input. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Me when I lie, shower. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm not as good as you thought I was. Yeah, hi Space Weeb. I did see you posting in the Twitch chat, yeah. Something's not right there. My thing's saying 60 frames, but there's no way I've just beaten that on 60 frames that quickly. Surely not. I don't believe that myself. That's not possible. No, that's not possible. There's no way that I've just switched back. Like, I've just posted a screenshot to show I'm back at 60 frames. And I'll post it again right now so that you can still see I'm at 60 frames. But I don't believe that's true. There's no way that I would have just got it by accident that quickly. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that's genuine. I'll be honest, I don't believe that that's a genuine time. It says 60 frames per second now, because I definitely turned it back down to 60 frames. Cooney gaslighting himself. There's only one way to know for sure, okay? There's only one way to know for sure, and that's to reset the game. Because even though I've switched back to 60 frames, you know, that, yeah, I'm saying what Maddie's saying. So I'm gonna back out the game. I'm gonna back out the game and reopen the game, because I'm wondering if, even though I changed the frames down to 60, if for whatever reason the game didn't adapt to it, but it should have done. Because my you can see in the first picture that I put on the Discord, it says 100 and what was it? 120 frames, I think. You could tell it was on 60 FPS because it didn't look as smooth when you switched. I don't know. I need an expert, really, because like I definitely switched back to 60 FPS, and like I said, you can check in the Discord. I've posted 2 pictures of me at the start of the run with 60 FPS and at the end of the run at 60 FPS, and you can see, you know, they're just a few minutes before. But I don't know if I'm comfortable saying that that was legit or not. I need an expert to look over it, really. Or maybe I'll send it to... I would send it to Wingnox, but he's, like, stopped taking DMs for some reason. Because he'd be the perfect person to know. Lewis, imagine if it was actually legit and you're doing it again for no reason. It could well be, man. It could well be. Alright, well, I will boot up the game again and let me know if it looks the same as the run I've just done, or if it looks different, because that's the only way you'll be able to tell. Because I don't want to be a guy that says that was a run if it absolutely was not. Because I'll just lose all credibility in the Crash community, which would be a real shame. In fact, there is actually... There would have been a level... You know what I should have done? I should have done Insanity Beach straight after I just did Cortex Power, because I know what uncapped frames Insanity Beach feels like. Yeah, well, it says 60 FPS for me still, so, like, it's definitely still says 60 FPS. But yeah, just watch my gameplay. I'm not trying to beat the time or anything, and just let me know if this looks right. If you guys, I'll do like 5 or 10 runs, and you guys tell me if it looks like the same kind of smoothness or not as the last run. If I can actually get a run going, that's the next thing. 1, 2, 3. Your time never saved. Yeah, it didn't save because I backed out the game without saving. I don't really care if the game saves my time or not because I have the leaderboard for that. I don't know, essentially. Yeah, well, wait until I get a full run together, and then you'll be able to see better. Because I'm dying a bit prematurely here to really see if there's any difference. Damn, please just let me get a run together now. Oh, this is annoying. I just want to get a run together. I want to get a run together where I don't even need to get to the end, but I need to get like noticeably far into the level. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it feels like the last run, but like, I don't want to be the one to make that judgment. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure that 33 was about the same as the 20. So it should be legit. Well, if it's the same in your eyes, that means it's not legit. I'm like redouble checking my monitor. It says 60 frames, but again, I'm posting this all in Discord for evidence. Now do the run with the FPS counter. So my monitor set to 60 frames PS. My performance overlay set to 60 FPS. When you swap to... Okay, well, why don't I do that, actually? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, so I just got a 3363 there, which wouldn't have beat the dev, but, like, it was close to the dev. The same in terms of just what you did, not how it looked. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncap the frames again and let me know if you see any difference again, okay? Or if it looks exactly the same as the run I've just done. So I'm going to re-uncap the frames. Okay, I'm back at 120 FPS now. Again, I'll put all of this in the Discord. I'm at 118. It's very rare that it actually stays at 120. Why do I feel stressed? Because, like, this is the difference between doing this for another 3 hours or not. Okay, so I'm at 120 FPS right now. And let me know if this looks different to you or not. It does feel different. I feel less heavy. But I'm going to use your guys' judgment from the view of it. Because I'm obviously going to be a biased person. Yeah, you can see the crash. All right, well, what does everybody else think? This looks way different. It's wild. I guess then I think it's safe to say it was legit then if you guys have the consensus that it's different. So... Oh. 2. Like, Crash feels more floaty than the run I've just done. This looks way faster than before. I guess that means then it was a legit run. I mean, here's the thing is, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to put an asterisk over my cell so that if anyone on the YouTube, when I put this video out, says that the run doesn't look legit, then I will take that on board and I will have to redo it. But the most noticeable part is the jump. Okay, there's one other way to test it. I just mentioned Insanity Beach as well. So I'm going to quickly go to Insanity Beach. Let me show you 120 FPS Insanity Beach compared to 60 FPS Insanity Beach. Because on 120 FPS Insanity Beach, I will be able to beat the dev time probably without any issues at all, as long as I finish the run, of course. Oh, if I can finish the run. Dies on the first fucking hole. That's too funny. Oh man, can't even get the freaking Aku. My controller's broken from all the power steering on heavy machinery, on Cortex Power. So yeah, this is just to confirm, this is 120 FPS in Sanity Beach, and then I'll show you what 60 FPS in Sanity Beach looks like straight after. Oh, what am I jumping for? All right, well, we beat the dev on Insanity Beach on my first finish, I'm pretty sure. So now I will show you 60 FPS. Okay, 60 FPS, apply. Okay, now I'm on 60 FPS. And I was at a 2141. I'll try one more time. But yeah, how does 60 FPS on this level look to you guys? Are you seeing a difference? Ooh, missed the 3, but whatever. I'm more interested in the movement. I'll just imagine I got a 3 right there and -3 from my time. That's a major difference. Okay. Ooh, died. All right then, so that's a good point actually. That's the jump on 60. See what the jump looks like on 120. That's the jump on 120. So 120 jump like that. If I'll hold down A to make it accurate. So that's 120. And then again on 60. I love how easy it is to uncap the frames in this game. It's so convenient. And then 60 is like that. That's 60. Alright then, so that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to count that as a legit time because it seems like there's a consensus that it was fine. So when I put this out on YouTube, again, someone can correct me if it doesn't look legit and I'll do it again. Unfortunately, I didn't save the time I got, which is unfortunate because what time did I actually get? Did anyone actually see what legit time I got? Was it 3307? I think, because I didn't save. 3307. You know, Crash actually controls a little bit different on Cortex Power compared to Insanity Beach. Maybe it has something to do with the top-down camera. But he actually feels like he controls different on this level compared to Insanity Beach. Ow. Alright, I'll dick around on this level for a little bit more. And then I'll call it quits. I'll see if I can get a sub 33 in the off chance. I'll play for like maybe half an hour. more and then I'll stop. It's getting a low 33 like that. Ow. Almost makes you want to go for the next second barrier, even on a level as horrible as this. Or I won't over-egg it. Like, I'm definitely not going to come back to this level again unless I have to. I have a feeling no one wants you to do generator room. What's the big deal about generator room? Is it like a really hard dev time or something like that? You know what I should do for fun at some point as well? I should show off 30 frames on this level so that we can see what the console players have to suffer with. He thinks it's easy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would, like, if I had more time, I'd stream Crash 4 right now, but I don't. So I'll have to save Crash 4 for like a proper dedicated stream. What's interesting though is like, because I've now got the frame counter up. I don't know how to stream the frame counter, but now that I've got the frame counter up, it says that I'm averaging 56 frames per second, which means that I'm not even consistently running the game at 60. No. I don't know if there's a way for me to stream my frame counter, actually. Always rush out of the next level. Get fucked. I ain't doing that. See if there's a way to stream my frame counter. Window capture. No, that's my control panel. Maybe it's not on window capture. What about display capture? Nope, not that one. That's the chat. Nope. Ah, there we go. You can see my frame counter now at the top. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I'll put it up on screen. I'm using OBS. Also, thank you for banning those people on Twitch that are spamming their, like, fake things. Oh, it's covered by your face cam. Oh, no, that stream's starting soon. Okay, can you see it now? I'll show you 30 frames per second a little bit later, yeah. Okay, Space Beep says yes, he can see it, and Matty says no, he can't see it. Should be in the top right. Yeah. Ah, come on. Give us a good one, please. Awesome. The only problem is now I have to actually finish a run so that you can see what it looks like in its totality. No, damn, we were so close, bruh. We were so close, bruh. Oh, come on. It's very rare that works. 32.93. We even got a sub 33. Why does that feel... Why does that feel easy, though? That's the only thing that's like in the back of my mind. Was I accidentally playing on 30 frames per second or something? But there, it's on camera now that you guys can see my frame counter says no more than 60 frames per second, so I can't really get any more legit than that. So I'll take it and just say it's done. Maybe I was playing on 30 frames per second this whole time, which means that if that's the case, all of my times I've got so far would be on 30 frames per second, because that's the first time I've messed with the settings since like I did that one cheated run against Wingnox. All right, I'm definitely gonna... Oh no, I don't want to restart. I'm totally over this. When you switch to 1, 2, 3 bits, I think I did see it say 30 FPS. Well, I'll show you what 30 frames per second looks like now. In fact, I'll just go to game options. Oh, and I can just change it in game, can't I? Max FPS, set it to 30, apply. So now you can see what 30 frames per second looks like. Oh, maybe I have to restart the game for it to take effect. Hang on. Oh, no, I didn't click apply. Hang on. Yes. Why does it keep... It keeps going back to 60 automatically for some reason. Why? Turn off VSync. Ah, I see. Okay. So if I set that to off, click apply. Oh my gosh, console players, is this what you have to deal with? That's atrocious. Oh my gosh, this is horrendous. But maybe was I playing on 30 frames per second? Because like this feels like, if you look at the times I'm getting now, the times are in the same kind of range I was getting earlier. If you look at the splits I just got, that was the same times I was getting earlier. Was I accidentally playing on 30 frames per second that whole time? Because look at the split I get, like, on 30. So first I'm getting a 674 there, so that's a high split. Then I'm getting an 8. Okay. I want to try and get a full run together if possible. This is horrible. Pretty sure you're playing on 60. But then, that's the really bizarre thing though, because the splits I'm getting on 30 are the same splits I was getting all freaking day when I was practicing this level. Whoa. No, the run that I've just got was 60. The run that I just got a minute ago was 60. I'm asking if, like, when I was playing this morning, if for some reason I was playing on 30 frames per second somehow, because of the splits that I'm getting right now. Hard to say because I want to get it. Okay, now let's switch back to 60 a moment, and let's see if we can see the difference again. So 60, VSync on, apply, because my monitor sets to 60 anyway. Okay, now we're back at 60, as you can see on the right. I would not play this game on console. It is absolutely disgusting. Well, 46. No, I guess 60 frames is. I guess I was playing on 60 frames because I just got the same split there of 1246. Ooh. Last run. $12.35 that time. That was a good one. A shame about that. All right. Well, let me turn my face cam back on. Ooh, that's the wrong one. All right, well, I've got it on camera that my my frame counter was showing me 60 frames per second when I got the time, so 32.93. I guess that's the time that I get. Changed my mind. You monster. Well, my fingers are in absolute agony from playing that for about 3 hours this morning and then playing it for another hour just now. Absolutely in agony. But there we have it. I guess we can sign off on a 32.93. Absolutely atrocious developer time to take 3 hours and 45 minutes is how long it took me to get that dev relic. So let's save the game to make sure it saves. the most annoying thing about doing it on stream, though, is I wasn't expecting to get it on stream. So I was like, I've got to now edit my 2 videos together. Sorry, my 4 videos that add up to 60 gigabytes. I've got to download this video, and I've got to somehow make it work as one video. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out how to do tomorrow. Make it into one coherent story. But your FPS counter still says F56. Yeah, it's because I've changed back to 60 now. If you look at the thingy here, graphics, I'm back to 60 now. If I switch to 30 and then I switch VSync down like this, you see how the frames on the right now say 30? It's the second one that you're looking at here. This is, so the top one is showing my monitor refresh rate at the moment, okay? The second one is showing how many frames I'm getting in the game, okay? I'll show you again just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me just pick a less annoying level than Cortex Power, because you can't really see the movement. Yeah, let's take up the Creek as an example. You'll see the difference really easily. Okay, this is 30. My gosh, this is disgusting. Oh yeah, I forget my webcam is blocking the thing. Hang on. I need to turn off my webcam again just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you should see I'm at 30, right? Look at the thing that says 99 frames per second. That's showing the game frames, and the top one, FPS, is showing my monitor refresh rate. Because my monitor is set to 60 frames per second, but I've set the game internally to 30. Okay. Now I'm going to change the game back to 60. Okay. Oh, did that apply? Yeah, now you see it's gone up to 56, right? And you can see Crash is moving a little bit faster. And then finally, if I just kill myself, I'll show you 120 one final time so you can see the difference. Okay, so you can see, well, I'm not even getting 120, I'm getting 100 frames. My monitor's set to 120, but I'm only getting 100 frames in the game. So this is me at 100 frames per second, I guess, instead of 120. And then I died. But now that you've beaten the hardest dev time, what challenges you anymore? Hog Ride. Hog Ride challenges me. Forever and ever. Hog Ride will challenge me for the rest of my days. You see that? I got a 586. Okay, now I'm convinced that it was indeed 60 frames. There's no way in hell you could get a 586 on that first split. No way in hell. Without using uncapped frames. No, I was not convinced until this moment, because this is on 120 FPS and I'm seeing like how much faster the splits are. Look at that, a 592. I've never touched a 592 on 60 FPS. I don't think you can touch a 592 on 60 FPS. Unless you're like Geordie or someone like that. Yeah, I'm consistently getting a low 12 on 100, and I'm consistently getting a low 12 on 120 FPS. I was not touching anywhere near that on 60. It was usually like a It was usually a 1250-ish, 1260-ish kind of time I was getting. So yeah, I'm happy to call that then. I think the reason why I didn't want to believe it is because just how long I spent on the level. Hang on, let me get my webcam up again so I can talk to you face to face. Face to screen. I didn't want to believe it because of how long I spent on the level this morning and then doing another hour just now. I didn't want to believe almost that I had spent 3 hours this morning failing at something. You almost like feel like it can't be real. To give an example, I almost felt the same when I finally beat Lewis on Arctic Antics. Like, I almost felt like, what? Like, did that really just happen on stream after I just spent all morning trying to beat him? Also, thank you, ISO the Geezer, for celebrating your 3-month membership with me. I really, really appreciate it. Imagine if you really were just playing on 30 FPS. You see, I don't think I was playing on 30 FPS, Matty. That's the other thing I'm convinced of, because I would have recognized just now when I played 30 FPS. I was like, man, this is horrible. That can't be. Yeah, so I was definitely playing at 60. I was just playing apparently not very well. The Hog Ride crash-free developer is unbeatable. Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I might stay in stream a little bit longer, like, and do something that's not Cortex Power. I might do something else on Crash 1, but let me just go and check if my wife wants to hang out or something first. Give me a minute. The stream, no, that you guys gave me the power. Sorry, I was in the middle of saying thank you to ISO the Geezer. That was bad of me. Thank you so much, ISO the Geezer, for the 3-month membership. I really appreciate you. But yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, cheers, ISO. 6 months for me. Yeah, I know. Gosh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Alright, first of all, before I do something different, I need to turn the frames back down before I forget. Because then I will accidentally break a record without meaning to. I wonder what time I could get on the lab with 120. Probably could get a second lower. Any ideas what you guys want me to play? What level you'd like to see? I'll leave it open to you. For any challenge that you want to give me. I'll play for like maybe another half hour and then I'll stop. The developer of Hog Ride on Crash 3 is unbeatable, yeah. Even on uncapped frames at 120, I wouldn't be able to beat him. Stormy Ascent. You guys have such a boner for Stormy Ascent. You just like to see me suffer, don't you? Generator room, I don't really want to get a dev relic that I need to get like for a video, if that makes sense, because like I have to like do intros and all that kind of stuff. So it'd have to be a level that I've already beat the dev on, preferably. I guess I could dick around with generator room, why not? What is the dev time on generator room? I'll just show you guys I'm back on 60 real quick so you can see. Oh, the thing's not showing anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, if you look there, you'll see it. 53.75. And what's my best time on 55.69? Okay. All right then. I'm not going to count this as my video because I need to do a proper video for it. But yeah, let's see what happens. That's what happens. Gosh, I'm gonna have to relearn generator room. Do you have any idea what times Lewis is ahead of me on, except for Native Fortress? Oh, I guess actually there is an Native Fortress, isn't there? There is one. Let me dick around with generator room for a little bit, now that I'm on here. I'm also better at the game than I was when I first did generator room, so that will be a slight fact. Better at the game falls to his death. Overall, I'm better at the game than I was. I actually don't remember what the strat was, though, on generator room. At the start, I mean. I remember, like, vaguely, like, the middle section being very, very specific. Like, you have to do a certain amount of things properly, I guess. Lost City, yeah, that would be a good one. Let's do Lost City. Let me just stick around with generator room for a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Okay, it's coming back to me a little bit now. Hey Jimmy, how's it going, man? It has been a long time since I've seen you in chat. Yeah, I'm going to save generator room for a proper run because I need to relearn it. He's beat you on all Island 2 levels so far. Okay. Has he beat me on Up the Creek? Or what? What's his time on Up the Creek? I think I've beaten him on all of Island 1. I've still got to... Oh, no, except for Native Fortress. I've beaten him, re-beaten him on Island 1, except for Native Fortress. If you find his time for me on Up the Creek, I'll try and beat him on that real quick, if possible. 1:11:30, okay. So I'm about half a second away from his Up the Creek time. Let's see if I can whack his face up. That sounds so weird. I'm gonna whack his face up. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Wumpa Lewis. We're talking about Wumpa Lewis's Up the Creek time. My whole series started like a year ago because I was trying to beat Wumpa Lewis's time for my own amusement. And then I guess people enjoyed me watching me try and beat his times. So it became like a little bit of a running theme of trying to beat his times whenever he beats mine. He's done a very good job so far. He's like doing a lot better than I did on my dev times overall. I've had to go back and beat quite a few of his times already. Death. Or as Caddy Plays would call it, up the crack. Yeah, beating Caddy's times on Wrath was like a nice change of pace. He had some like really good times as well on Wrath. Like most of his times weren't super difficult, but he had some really good times. He had a good time on Bonsai Bonsai. He had a good time on Eskimo Roll. He had a good time on Solar Bowler was a pretty good time of his, I seem to recall. Ah! But, you know, kudos to Lewis if he can beat my lab time. Because if he can somehow get a higher time than me on the lab, like, you imagine I've probably put close to 2,000 attempts on the lab. And then Cola, every time I beat Cola Pro, he just came and beat me with like hardly any effort. It's depressing. I'd like get a good time and then Cola Pro would just like clap back the next day with a better time. And I was like, I don't like, it's great that I've got the top time on Fumbling in the Dark, but I really wanted to have the top time on the lab. Where it would be absolutely torture going back into lab mode again. Because I've like mentally, I checked out before Cola, like then went back and beat my time again. I was like, all right, lab's done. Yeah, there's a lot of Wrath of Cortex times that I need to improve. The thing with Wrath of Cortex, though, is it plays so differently from Insane and Crash 4. That's why I'm trying not to get really back into it again so soon, because it really messes with like what you're used to on Insane and Crash 4. The controls are just so damn different. Half a second's going to be pretty difficult on Up the Creek, to be fair, because there's not a huge amount of time save. It's just all about, like, taking your jumps as early as possible without falling to your death. Hey, no amps. Ah, that was terrible. That monkey's pretty horrible to avoid. And anything to do with landing on those tree stumps is horrible as well. Oh, that was slow. Got stuck on the crates. But yeah, this isn't the most enjoyable level to speedrun because there's you like look at the level and you're like, oh, what else can I really do with it? Ah, and that's impossible, isn't it? You have to wait for that one. I didn't even finish the level. What level are you doing? Sorry, Noamsk? Oh, on the other room, right? I literally just did generate a room, Noamsk. You missed it. I already beat the dev. Oh, did I? Oh, shit, you're right. That one crate that was slightly off screen. What time did you get? A good one. Don't remember exactly. I fell asleep and missed it. It was all that chat about Cortex Power just put everyone to sleep. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's probably not the most entertaining thing to have spoken about for like 20 minutes, like showing you the difference between frame rates, but you have to understand where I'm coming from when I just said I was in complete disbelief that I beat Cortex Power like that soon after streaming. Oh, that jump's shit, man. Yeah, I know, don't worry. Yeah, I'm trolling you, no amps, don't worry. I've not really done generator room. I went on the level for a few minutes, but then I decided I wanted to save the level for a video instead of a stream. So, you know, if I have the same kind of Cortex Power problem on generator room, then you might end up seeing me stream it. But it's 3 seconds ahead of my PB, which I feel like now I'm better at the game should be possible. If you make up a time, you can do anything. But yeah, I really wish the hill-shaped hitbox wasn't so terrible on these logs. The amount of times in a run of upstream or up the creek that you just end up losing a run because you slide off the log. But you're like, oh man, on Crash 1 I'd have totally got that. Ooh, 1:11:53. We just PB'd, which is pretty good. You can activate... Oh, I didn't know that. That's really good to know. Thank you. Wait, ITsen, are you one of the world record holders on a couple of the levels? I feel like I've seen your name before. Question is, how do I activate them? Do I have to like just go really far forward to activate them? Do I have to like go over here to activate the leaf? Maybe. Yeah, I thought so. I was like literally, I was at work today and I was like looking at world record holders across. Oh, it despawned. Why did it despawn? Is it because like I broke a box or something? Or can you only go so far forward? I'll see if it's spawned now just by me moving that far forward. I'm not sure. You can only go 2 leaves forward. Okay. 1, 2. Or, hang on. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean now. All right. So I'm going to guess what you mean is you go forward 2 leaves and then you jump back 2 leaves, right? So like 1, 2, 1, 2. And there's the clock. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh yeah, the leaf was in a different place there. Oh, monster strat. Legend. As long as I finish the run, this is a free victory over Wumpa Lewis, potentially. Just don't tell him the strat. Nice, and that all still lined up, which was good. That's good. Like, yeah, if I can complete the run, that should save me enough time to beat Lewis, no problem. So that will save a couple of seconds. Well, I say a couple of seconds, maybe 2 seconds. I don't really know. Guess we'll find out at the end if we make it. This must be a very trigger heavy cycle level, because like everything else was in the same place even though I waited at the start. There we go, thank you. That was we got to beat Wumpa Lewis thanks to that. Awesome. Delete the stream so he doesn't find out. He might still be here, I don't know. Sometimes he tunes in and then goes and like edits videos while this is on in the background, but I don't know. But yes, okay, we have been in Wumpa Lewis on Up the Creek. I have to post this as a separate video. Alright, Lost City next. What is Wumpa Lewis's Lost City time? That's the next question. It's like it's a low 117 or something like that. Oh, my best was 118. Oh, he's like nearly a full second ahead of me. And the thing about Lost City is I have to remember the starting cycle for this level. I watched Minnie's video, I think. It's like in, out, out, go. I think it's something like that. Oh, that was a waste. This is why this level took forever to do, because like you have to wait at the start for this cycle, I think. Yeah, Lewis beat you, Matty, and like I consider that a really difficult feat to achieve, to be fair. That's why I'm super impressed with his time. Like I struggled, no, that's not the right cycle. I struggled like really hard to beat Garland's time. It took me 2 hours to beat Garland's time. Let's try going after this one. Yeah, it might be that. I might have been waiting a cycle too much there. Yeah, some cycles are global, yeah. This first one, I believe, only triggers when you get close enough to it. But yeah, I'm gonna guess, like, that makes sense because, like, the platforms that are, like, later in the level, sometimes they're in different places than... You're like, wait a minute, I'm on the same cycle, what's going on? Oh, this is slow. Look at that. Dreadful. Missed the Aku as well. That's the other thing I need to remember how to do, is how to get that Aku. You have to, like, stand in a very certain place to jump up to get it, otherwise you just miss it. And that's another thing I had to, like, watch Minnie's video to even learn how to do. Nope. Why can't I get it? I need to remember where that is. The bats on the spawn cycle are a bit random, then they are consistent. Okay. I kind of need a visual aid to remind me where that mask is. Can you remember, Matty, where you have to jump from to get that Aku? I know it's not as far right as you think when you get there. Right in the middle, okay. So if I... Or, huh. You know what, I'm not gonna complete this. Oh, I was gonna give her another shot. I need to master that mask. Jump without moving forward. Oh, okay, I'll try that. Thank you. Appreciate your advice. Yeah, we got it that time. Ah! This cycle I can never get consistently. I'm gonna guess this is one of the global cycles. We've definitely not beaten him this time because I spent too much time on that gecko. Ah, shit. Oh no, bad cycle on that one. It's over. Because then you get a bad cycle on the next one. Yeah, I remember that. I'm guessing that's one of the inconsistent cycles he was talking about. The rotating platform is random. Okay. How many levels in the Insane Trilogy do you have the record for, by the way? Oh wait, I didn't pick up the clock. We're an idiot. We've all been there. Also, those little stones that you see, like, are the worst thing in these ruin levels. You get stuck on them so many times when you're trying to do a nice straight line. Why? I'm gonna practice this a little bit. Ah, yeah, you have to just jump straight up. 5 or 6? Okay, awesome. Yeah, we had Wing Knox in our Discord server for quite a while, but like he kind of hops in and out. Well, that's terrible. Like he'll like join the server sometimes for a little bit and then he'll like drop out for a bit and then he'll come back. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to get this one tonight. I think I need to be at like peak performance. My fingers are just completely fried from what's it called? The last level, Cortex Power. What's your record on the lab, by the way? I recently got a sub 40. I got like a 39.79, I think I got. And like that took me like nearly 2,000 attempts to get. But like, I know that world record's close to like 37 something. Like, I'm just like imagining how to save another 2 seconds on that level is like almost beyond comprehension for me. Oh, I can't get this freaking cycle. And then I get it, okay. I keep habitually moving forward and I know that's where I'm going wrong. So when you're speedrunning, you just want to keep moving forward. Oh, piss off. We finally got the Aku as well that time. Ah, you don't have a PB on the lab yet. What's your PB on the lab, Matty? Because I know you're on console. Well, if you ever end up doing a PB on the lab, feel free to share it in my Discord if you end up joining. I always like to see what people do on the lab because it's my favorite level in Crash 1 for speedrunning. Ah, you're on PC. Sand said, maybe it was other Matty. Sand mentioned like one of the players like refused to speedrun Insane because of the console PC difference. .42.48 is a really good time on console, not gonna lie. You're only like a couple of seconds off, like, Geordie with that. Matty pal. Oh, you're on PC. Oh man, you can definitely get that time down. Don't follow the cycle I do, though, if you want to get, like, just a slightly lower time. Because the cycle I do is hell. Like, the cycle that I go for is the riskiest cycle that you can actually probably go for in the lab. Oh, I cannot get that consistently. Fucking hell. Hello, ice cream flavored bunny. I might come back to Lost City, like, on a different day. Because I don't think, like, I've got the fingers to do Lost City right now. Or the mental capacity to get the mask. I need to, like, sit down and watch my previous, attempts, shall we say. So I can see how I got the mask. This is a level that I have a really embarrassing time on. Already beat the dev, of course, but the dev was not super challenging on this level. $41.07, that's a really good time. So the best console time of our Discord server on the lab, I believe, is 4091 by Jormals. And so, like, about 2 weeks ago, it was my mission to beat him. And I beat him. And then my mission became to get a sub 40 on PC. And I achieved that with a 3979, I believe. And then I said goodbye to the lab after that. Can't really do much more with that level. Really? You managed to cut off time on your lab? Wow. Like, I literally just said to someone, do not copy my cycle on the lab because it's the riskiest cycle imaginable. So, Lewis, basically what happened, in case you missed it, I wasn't sure because I'd been dicking around with 120 FPS if my first attempt counted or not. So what I did is I restarted the game and I put a frame count up on the screen so that it read 60 frames per second. It's still here, actually. I've not turned it off yet. If I take off my webcam a second. So if you look on my screen now, you'll see my frame count. So basically, I wasn't happy with like the sort of uncertainty of my Cortex Power time. So I basically did it again, and I managed to beat the dev again somehow. Yeah, I did it again because, like, I didn't want an asterisk over my name of, like, was that a legit run or not? So, like, I wanted a frame count up when I got it. Just, it wasn't even, like, for, like, uncertainty of other people calling me out on it. I wanted certainty for myself that I hadn't accidentally just still done the run on 120 FPS. I think I ended up with like a 32. I actually got a sub 33 in the end on the second run that I did. So my first run that I was unsure about, I got a 3307, and then obviously I redid it and I got a 32 something. I'll check in a moment. Just trying to get a respectable time on Temple Ruins because my 113's abysmal. Oh! So it was 32.93. There we go. So yeah, I have a legitimate time for you to beat now, Lewis. I've proven it can be done. Yeah. So you gotta go for it now is what I'm saying, brother. Sorry to tell you. But yeah, like that's 4 hours of work, mate. That took me 4 hours of work to get that time, so it really depends on how committed you are to beating the dev on all of the levels. Your time on this level was really good as well. Didn't you get like a sub 1 minute or something? Yeah, I got sub 33 mini with my frame count up. It'll be in the video. I'm gonna have to like merge my stream with the attempts I did before I streamed to try and turn it into a coherent story. I didn't talk for very long in my commentary video because I got like not frustrated. I was just like, if I'm talking a lot, I'm not going to be able to focus on getting a good time. All right, that cycle's not possible. I need to wait for that. But yeah, I'm now part of the sub 33 club on Cortex Power. All I needed was your guys' input to finally break it. But like, if you have uncapped frames per second, I managed to get like a low 32 on uncapped Cortex Power. So I definitely could get like probably a 31 if I got a really good run on uncapped. But like I said in the stream earlier, like there's no point really because no one gives a shit about uncapped times. Man, I cannot get a good cycle on Temple Ruins. Is this like a level that the cycles just work completely differently on? Or am I just like playing really terribly? Probably a mixture of both. That felt fast. I'm also, I've not got my headphones plugged in. Well, they're plugged in, but they're down there. So I'm like playing without any sound cues at the moment. I'll have to get Cortex Power, then GG on that. Yeah, I'll try and like get the video done tomorrow, I guess, so that you can take a look. I like ignore the cycles I told you. I think I got my time using Abdul's cycle, like counting to approximately 7 seconds and then getting the clock on the 8th second is kind of where I think I got it on. I'll have to double check, but my cycle was like good, but it wasn't good enough to beat the dev, I don't think. Because you'd get to like one particular electric fence and it would just always be in the wrong freaking spot. Now I think they're consistent. Okay, yeah, I'm just playing badly then. I was terrible at the Jaws of Darkness Platinum Relic. I don't know if you guys remember that. Spent like hours just to beat Plat. Well, not hours. I spent like an hour, which was a lot for a Plat. Plat that's not Stormy Ascent, at least. Right, I feel like I'm doing something wrong on this next section. Right, let's try going to the left first. Getting you. Oh, man. Imagine if I got it in 5 minutes with your advice. Okay, well, all right, I'll give you another piece of advice. In fact, I will talk you through it. Hang on. I'm going to go to Cortex Power for a second. I'm not going to run the level, but I'm just going to show you what I did. So you can kind of get a rough idea. And this is all from Abdul's advice, so I'm just passing on the advice that he posted in stream. So you can't get it on the very first thing here. So what you do is just go get the clock, restart, count to 7, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you get the clock. I usually jump for the clock. You'll know if you're on the right cycle because this electric thing here will just be going to the right before you reach it. And then, let me show you the next key feature. So basically, when you spin that turtle into those crates there, the time has to be like around 12:50 or lower for you to be within a shot of the dev. On the runs where it was like a 12, 70, 80, 90, I never ever beat the dev, ever. It always had to be a low. I'll dick around with it again just for fun. This is the wrong cycle, but I didn't wait 7 seconds. Yeah, if you get it wrong, basically you'll get caught by that. So you know you're on the wrong cycle if you get caught by that. I'd also recommend watching my heavy machinery video if you want to get a good cycle on heavy machinery. Because there's like a monster cycle on that level as well. Alright, so I got 12:43 there. So basically I'm in with a shot of beating the dev right now. Because my time is within like the kind of time where you can get it. However, this was in the wrong spot, so I'm probably not going to get it. Yeah, too slow. So yeah, that's another important thing is like that platform. That's the other key feature. I'll get to it again. The platform right towards the end that's going backwards and forwards. You need that platform to be about to turn around to go the other way. Otherwise, you can't beat it either. Just got a PB on the lab. Awesome. What time did you get, dude? If you beat my PB already with like little effort. After my thousands of attempts. 12:23, that's fast. Ah, it's gone away again. All right, yeah. Bad cycle. 40.71. Hey, okay. You're about a second off my PB already. That's a good time. I'm really failing at getting Abdul's cycle right now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, it is a fun level. It's really, really enjoyable when you get into the groove. Yeah, you can watch my cycle if you want and see how risky it is, but like there's probably a better cycle that proper runners use, to be fair. Okay, that was a little bit behind where you wanted, but it was okay. That was bad. 33.61. Okay, well, we still got a sub 34 with that. We actually got second place on the leaderboard. Not counting my 33.07 that I didn't save. But yeah, Abdul cycle, if you do get Abdul cycle, it is a lot better than mine in terms of consistency. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, I went too early again. Wrong cycle again. Counting to 7 is hard, everyone. Yeah, it is brutal. I spent 3 hours this morning and an hour just now getting the dev time on it. You can't really make a single mistake in the entire level, otherwise you can't beat the dev. Yes, we got through. That cycle is a bitch. 33.39. We're still behind the dev, I think. Yeah, we're behind the dev by 10 milliseconds there. I'm just trying to flex at this point, trying to beat the dev a third time. Okay, let's try that. Nope, we're still on the wrong cycle. Sorry, Abdul, I'm failing at showing off your cycle really, really badly here. Again, we're a little bit too fast there. We were nearly at the right cycle there. If that electric at the front had been going to the right just before I reached it, we'd have been on the right cycle. Still made it to this okay. Now we just need this to be in the right place. Ah, shit. That's unfortunate. 3350. Yeah, not good enough. I imagine once you get a hold of the correct cycle. Yeah, like, I was doing my own cycle for a long time, but once I started following Abdul's cycle, I was starting to get better times, to be fair. Alright, I'll play for 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to go to bed. Are you landing in the middle, Abdul, of those two pipes, or are you somehow, like, hopping over both with your jump? Oh, that's in a poor spot. Yeah, if that's in that place, you're not going to beat the dev. So, both with a single jump. Okay. I guess I could try that. All right, now I'm on Abdul's cycle. That was in the right place, finally. What car do you drive, Space Weeb? I already beat the Cortex Power time legitimately. I'm just playing for 5 more minutes for fun and then going to bed. Might still make that. 3303. There we go. We beat the dev 3 times in one night. Yeah, legend. Flex. I feel like that's the perfect time to rest my fingers and just like chill for a few minutes before I end the stream. Wow. I have Abdul to thank for it, to be fair. Like, I think that's probably why I was not able to beat it in the 3 hours I was doing it. It's because just the cycle I was doing was clearly not good enough. And I was just like defiant that it must be good enough because it had a really easy start, but it was always fucking me up towards the end a little bit where I'd have to like hold my movement for a split second. We'll send you a picture. Well, there we go then. I guess Lewis has no choice but to beat the dev now, because I was talking to him about it earlier, and I told him, I said, I've been doing this for 3 hours, dude. I think that this is our wall where we're both not going to be able to beat the dev. And he said that 3 hours is quite a long time for one level. He's not sure if he'll do it for 3 hours. But, guess he's got to now. Yeah, I saw a mini marinas run. He kind of like spins onto the platform as it's moving forward, and it gives him like even more momentum for like the next jump to jump a little bit earlier than what I've been able to do. Because I think mini ends up with like a 31 or something like that, so his time's like a second faster than mine. Now I've just got to beat peak on regular, and I've got to do it without taking damage. Ooh, I'm not doing it anymore, Alvin. My fingers are tired. I got a 32.77. Ah, okay. So I wasn't that far off from your time then, to be fair. I'm not willing to go ahead and try and beat your time, because that's just horrible, but... Yeah, Abdul, we all know that if you wanted to, you could beat my time, let's be honest. Alright then, well, I appreciate all of you for sticking around for so long to watch my suffering. That's definitely shaved about a year off my arthritis clock. I hope that they find a cure for arthritis in the next 20 years, because I'm going to need it. So yeah, I'm gonna just save the game to make sure that my 3293 saves. And then I'm gonna go to bed 40 minutes later than I intended. Yeah, GG's everyone, thank you so much, and I'll see you... Well, the next video will obviously be Cortex Power, but then I'll see you after that on the next video will be Generator Room. See you guys, thanks again.